There we go. Live, live, live. Then if I can get the link. Well, thank you, Hoss, for the follow. Hopefully you're legit and that was pretty random of literally going live. But anyway. Well, let's see what we can do before the reset. So we can get as much points. Probably do a defense real quick.
Lovelies.
But hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Who would be better? Feeling like this would be. Just gotta do any defense to 20. So hopefully everybody's doing well. I'm still somewhat in pain. Wanted to try to stream Saturday, but I just could not sit long. So I don't know how long this is gonna be. Might be only an hour. Like I said,
our position has been compromised.
really will
Defend
depend
the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
on how uncomfortable it is to sit.
But we
Didn't catch last stream or anything like that. 2 weeks ago at this point. It was me just basically saying, pinched a nerve in my back, travel down to the left of my arm. Slowly getting the feeling back in my finger, so that's an update on that. Not about that. Shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, besides that, doing well for the most part. If we could do this, and basically 2 spy missions. Get our shields back. The incline thing might happen. Come on. And figures, dogs bark. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Many things have been taken from us, it's true. But fortune favors the bold, and there ain't none so bold as people with nothing to lose.
Come on. Trying to do things here.
Extraction is ready.
Same
Unless
fight.
you can handle more of the enemy. Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Yeah, that should be good for now. I should have checked better. Hey.
We fought with honor.
I probably won't get this done because of actually, I think I'm seeing the freaking I'm an idiot. I'm literally looking at the screen. I think a white glare is my ammo. Okay, let's focus on this now. So how is everybody? How's everybody been? I haven't really been able to be in the Discord. Been in pain. Kind of like a little bit like I am now. It's not as bad as I felt yesterday. What time is it? We left 2 minutes. Okay, we should be able to get this.
Say good night.
Don't know if we'll get anything else, but I mean, besides the.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now?
Yeah, plan is to work on what Nightwave I can do before the 30 minutes, and then
You will be
after
rewarded for your bravery.
something easy. Though, because of the season 15 of Destiny 2 hitting with cross save, I have been playing more Destiny since I can get on my couch and play. I just can't really stream it. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. There's a different pace to things. And I could do it with the cross progression, but I wasn't willing to spend money until they got the cross play in, so I bought the season pass of that. Oh man, if we do this mission, after we do this mission, remind me to mention about, you know, because it was the holiday weekend, I was like, hey, I'll get some whiskeys, you know? Bought one I've always kind of wanted to try, always heard good things about. One that I've already known I enjoyed, so I always had a backup. And then one I was just strolling by, and I was like, I like the look of this. Doesn't sound all that bad. That one. Oh my. Don't judge a book by its cover. Definitely goes in an opposite direction of that one. That one, pretty bad. Worst part is, wasn't expensive, but wasn't, like, for the price I paid, there are cheaper bottles. Oh, the one bottle of whiskey I bought, like I said, well, like I was gonna say, was at that price point, and it wasn't a big price point, but there are cheaper things that taste better. I'll show you the bottle in a sec, but it's called Rogue Spirit. That's kind of like the company, Rogue Spirits. I think it's an Oregon distillery that, well, craft brewery or whatever, because apparently their beers are good. But after having that, I wouldn't want to try their beers. But it was, the type is called Dead Guy Whiskey. Oh. How you been, man? Like I said, sorry, really haven't been on all that much just because my back is still kind of killing me. Like I said, I don't even know how long I'm going to be streaming tonight, much as I can bear. I'd like to go the 2 hours at least, but I'm not making any promises. An unfortunate name, yeah, it was intriguing. But, like I was telling my buddy, I was like, I took one glass of it, like a 2-ounce pour of like a straight, like pour. Normally get, straight out, but not like a shot or anything like that. And it started to be a struggle just trying to finish a 2-ounce pour. And the whiskey YouTubers I watch actually was like, oh, I wonder if they did a review, because it was kind of like those at the spur of the moment type thing. Because I saw it, I was like, you know what, I'm willing to take a risk, because I always had the mentality of, at worst, I would be able to at least drink it. That
was a close one.
I don't know.
Extraction is
I'm basically trying to get what I
unless you
can
handle more
Nightwave
of the enemy.
done beforehand, but
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
even they said 3 years ago that people were saying it was probably one of the worst whiskeys they've ever tasted / reviewed. And they said they've tried a lot of bad whiskeys. I mean, they said they would never probably buy that one in particular. But I guess that's the positive note. It seems like they kept their flavor profile for at least 3 years. Because, did it just I don't know who would go after that particular flavor. Is my question. At least how it came across my taste buds, because, you know, taste is subjective. But what I got from it, well, like I said, I'll talk about it afterwards here. I wouldn't show the... Hold on. Test. Yeah, I'm supposed to mute myself. Okay, I'll mute myself in Discord. No, my Amazon thing was someone else is using it, and like, who knows what they're freaking saying to it. Anyway. God, I might still be leveling this thing. So what time is it? 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Somebody seems to like it. Seriously, it has good review. I think that's just people fans of the brewery or something. I mean, granted, the people that sent it into, like I said, it's the Whiskey Tribe / Whiskey Vault that I tend to mostly watch, just because they're like somewhat more comedic and also knowledgeable. But yeah, the person loved it. So yeah, in the end, you know, hey, if it's something you like, more power to you. You can have more of it.
Come on.
I guess I could start to talk about it. It tasted like... It smelled and kind of tasted like a light beer that's been like flat and sitting at like stale beer. Like if you go into like a frat or something like that, and like it's just been dried, like spilled somewhere, they didn't clean it up type thing. It smelled and tasted like that. And that's how I perceived it. Like I said, people could find other things that maybe just redeeming. Ugh, it was not for me. Oh, that they're more that they're still making it. Okay, yeah. Like I said, like I said, people must be buying it. Yeah, if someone wasn't buying it, they wouldn't still make it. That is very true. I need to get this done with. Two minutes. Oh. Okay. Come on. Run in. on. Okay. Leave. Just,
Reinforcements available.
yeah.
You choose to leave now or continue fighting.
It's gone skunky. Yeah, it smells like that.
Well. If y'all ain't
Is it? Now that that's over, I can show you. In the end, I was just, I was like, oh, I'll keep like the top of it as like a memento type thing. But I don't know when I'm ever going to finish this. Like, so here's the whole bottle. Bottle's standard bottle. I just like the top piece. Cool little dude. A little, well, that's a thing of ale, so that tells you. You see, there's one pour out of that. Because I was having trouble, like I said, I was having trouble drinking basically a 2-ounce pour, which kind of goes to about there-ish. Kind of hard to see on like a, right to about where. So it's not like, you know, not a whole heck of a lot. But the one that I decent reviews about that I wanted to try was Elijah Craig. Have not opened this one yet, so
Operator,
I might try this tonight if
Ordis
I'm feeling up
wonders,
for it.
what are you thinking about?
One I know I like that I already went and bought was Four Roses Small Batch.
I make exceptions for the it's time for Nora to say goodnight.
Let's see.
Welcome.
Hasn't ticked over yet. Or has it? No, it has. Do 3 sorties. Steel path. Complete 1 sortie. That's nice that you can get them out of the way. Rescue mission. Mobile defense. Different bounties on planes of Eidolon. Complete 6 different perfect animal captures in Orbalis. Huh. Moat. Kill 10 enemies with finishers. But yeah, I would say if you ever want to try it, see if somewhere there's some kind of bar that will let you have just a pour of it. Because, I mean, just in case, if your taste buds are like mine, that would probably be the most unappealing thing. And like I said, it was around $30 price point US. Which at that price point, that's kind of like the bottom shelf where quality starts, I would say. Like you can get like pretty good, you know, decent bottles for $30. And there are some that are even less than that. Like I think that definitely taste better than that. Like there are like some that are like 15 that don't like. You're worried that it is 15, but it's like, okay. And granted, there are lots of worse ones too. I mean, but yeah, that I just. Up over the Elijah Craig. Nice wood topper with a looks like actual cork. Because yeah, I think that Well, not bad, but braided plastic bit. I like the look of the bottle. Simple. Ooh, cork comes out fairly easy. I like that this one's not round because you can actually hold it.
Acts of defiance, acts of generosity, acts of sacrifice.
Good color on it. It doesn't come across well on the screen.
This system around.
Probably
I'll take
chroma key and taking out some of it because it's definitely darker than what it's appearing on and lights hitting it. Definitely get like a fruit smell to it, like a, I don't know, almost like a banana, but not in an overpowering way. Like I don't know, liquid banana taste grosses me out, like in like drink or something like that. Oh, and so not bottom level whiskey like 80, but definitely already smells better than the dead guy. It goes down nice. Not really that much burn. I mean, I guess if you're used to the alcohol, but like none of the flavors are super overpowering that it's making like but pretty has all the bourbon taste to it, like a kind of that caramel-esque type taste, and alright, that'll be good to drink on with while doing some stuff. So how have you been?
Now you might be wondering if I'm holding back on y'all. Dreamers.
Dreamers.
Let's get back to it.
Kinda exterminate. Defense. Oh, let's see what we get. Cryogenic leakage. Try soloing it first. See what we can do. Finishing off the last part of the Hope Collection. Nice. Been doing a lot of grinding. Well, I mean, hey. Oh, I was about to say, hope you get hope.
Eliminate all corpus threats.
Yeah, at least that's worth it at the end. I mean. Yeah, that's awesome. Isn't the 4th collection basically home stretch? So, you know, I haven't done a legendary in quite some time. And you know what? I'm glad, you know, to see, you know, it looked like Towley and a lot of other people either following in his footsteps, you know, whatever the reason that they're actually finding Guild Wars 2. You know, I think it's well deserved. It's a great MMO. It's just kind of makes me feel bad. It's like, I wish I still kind of got excited to play it. I don't hate the game because I still love talking about it. I mean, I wouldn't still occasionally hop onto talking script when they need me. Like I said, I'm not really playing it now. You know, could definitely change by the time the expansion comes out. The only thing I'm really interested in from it is from the story perspective. I mean, I just do still kind of find it funny that like seems like every content creator for Guild Wars 2 has to reply to Towley's thread. Whatever. Like I said, sounds like he's actually like excited for a game, like the game. No, I definitely know how that feels coming from WoW. It's like where it feels like most MMOs are so the same blasé type thing, following the WoW paradigm, which it's like you ask yourself, why am I paying to start over? The Guild Wars 2 is definitely different from that. Seems like that's what he's responding to, which is good. Or are you down here, huh?
And they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Put it out, didn't I? Okay, good. For a second, I was worried I didn't. Was debating if I wanted to play more New World Beta next week. Oh, is there? Yeah, when's that come out again? But since progress won't carry over to launch, there's not much point. Yeah, because isn't it the end of September now?
May this aid you in the synthesis of many creatures.
Okay. Because yeah, I might want to get that just to play around with it, just super casually as like a world just to explore.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend your equipment until reinforcements arrive.
So, the Corpus are just a cult, worshipping money.
Oh, I forgot it's a guy. Can't give you my second it, huh? Oh, he's almost already dead. Yeah, might have to. Killy dog. Yep, might have to group up for this. Get up. Get up. Save the hostage. Yeah, I definitely look forward to that. It's just something I enjoyed playing it with Arlie and Age. Yeah, I don't know if they're planning on playing it. But as there's like a world just almost like kind of RPing. Casually, of course, not. Just gotta trap you somewhere. Where are you going? You're just gonna be more annoying to res. Dude, where you going? Yeah, jump into the guy shooting fire. I feel like the worst escort mission ever. What are those like old, like the cartoons where it's like, I don't know, it was like almost like a knockoff of like Sylvester the cat, where they were like, you gotta protect the baby, and it just like starts wandering, getting into so much trouble, and it avoids like every accident, but the like cat gets caught in it. It's like, that's what this feels like, where this guy just wanders around and I'm just like fighting off literally every danger in the world, and he's like, I'm doing good. This is a guy who thinks he's awesome, so he can be a future like crew member type of thing. Hard. Oh, okay. Good. Stay in the corner. Come on.
Transference still holding.
No, stay. Oh my god. He's like, I'll take point.
That's the last of them. Objective is secure. Let's go home.
Let us. Jeez.
Tenno, you are here to infiltrate data vaults and retrieve highly sensitive enemy information. Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands. You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone.
Easy peasy.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms. The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.
Woohoo! Pop.
Style, baby. It's all about knowing who you are
Agent
and not
sculpture.
giving a damn.
I
Welcome.
forgot to play an emote.
And we're out.
What kinda? Ooh, sabotage.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
Attack us and we will counter.
It was, heck yeah. Titan sculpture. Alright. Yeah, does they talk more about, like I said, I have not had any opportunity to really follow much of any of the games. Have they said anything about when the date for this next patch is for Warframe? I've not had any chance to catch like dreams or anything like that. Work doesn't really allow.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
I forgot I could be attacked by like vector guys or whatever.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells. My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
Shoot them in the face! Honestly, the only thing going for me for New World is, you know, buy to play, no sub type thing, because, yeah, I don't know if I would want to start another MMO paying monthly, because I don't think I'd be dedicating my time to one a sub. Hey 7-bit, how you doing, man? I'm just seeing how long I can last sitting in front of a computer. Had a pinch nerve for going on about a month and a half or so now. This makes it really tough being like sitting down and so if you see me squirm, that's probably the reason why. How you doing, man? Like I said, popping in for that little bit of the show, like that last segment, definitely seemed like a good show. Yeah, I mean, at least I have somewhat, like it got so bad, like I said, it started like pinched a nerve like in my back. To a point that later that weekend, my left arm started being like, felt like basically a constant cramp that you couldn't just like work out, and my pointer and thumb went basically numb. So yeah, eventually I went to see the doctor, sent me to a physical therapy to do stretches and all that stuff, so I've been kind of just working on that.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
Went through that too soon.
Security measures have locked
Yeah, I wasn't going to use it
coolant cells
anyway.
in place. Destroy them.
Yeah,
A coolant
definitely
cell has been extracted.
made sure to work Abaddon into the show for you. I noticed, and I appreciate it. I mean, Abaddon is connected to it all. Oh man, if they made it, they threw in some kind of redemption story, which is I think in the past that's what Jeff Grubb said he wanted to do with things, but that was, I think they said that
When the reactor is restarted,
they wanted to work on that as like a continuation of the story, but oh, whoops, I went to the wrong place. Yeah, I saw that, yeah, what would you call it? Like,
destroy the fuel
the like
injectors.
the little model design of it. That looked really awesome.
A blast door has blocked your evacuation route.
Like I
Find
said,
a way to
I
open
love the discussion that more so kicked off in it, of just people going back and forth, you and some others. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what I appreciated about Guild Wars 1 story was, I think what people kind of said about kind of why the Avengers, like Marvel Avengers with Thanos was such a good villain, is you could see their point of view. It's like the Mossad, yeah, they were bad in our eyes, but I mean, you could kind of see their point, and I think it's like, yeah, Abaddon, you know, set all these, what we see as potentially bad things in motion, but it's like, I mean, who knows? Who knows why? Because I remember someone arguing about like, oh, you know, he set all the things in motion of like speeding up the dragons, but by giving magic to the thing, to the humans. But in a way, doesn't that give them the ability to fight for themselves too? Like, yeah, it could be bad things, but I mean, it's just how you perceive it. You know, a lot of people misunderstand the Abaddon lore. Marina has not presented him as 100% a bad guy. Exactly. Like, he was the enemy, but doesn't necessarily mean he was a bad guy, which is, you know, I think that's an easy thing to fall into the trap of, you know, storytelling, but I think they definitely did a good job of that. And that's why I was so intrigued by Scarlet with that, you know, the whole letter, like the note she gave, like, you know, she was looking into the lore of Abaddon, and he had his reasons, and he was made into what he was, and you can view that story and see gods as the bad guys, exactly, and him as the fallen hero. I wish we had gotten the Abaddon Fractal. Ah, you and me both. Oh, you and me both, man. I wish eventually they would have did that. Or at least at this point, maybe go back and doing it. Because it's like, yeah, our choices had consequences. Now it's, what, 8 years out? No one can even play to remember that consequence or that choice.
Very good.
So, I don't know. I guess it's good that they don't. They stuck to their guns. Because I guess there'd be more complaining that back on it and nothing means anything. They'll give us everything. So, kudos to them on that. But yeah, I really wish we got that. Especially what I think either way, and I think you could tell that with the writing in that one episode where we find Scarlet's little place underneath the dry top, that they wrote that in with the books, you know, her looking into the Abaddon's thing, and that I think she would have somehow appeared in both in some sense. I don't think his story's over though. ArenaNet keeps putting him or references to him in Guild Wars 2. I hope. Because that's still the other thing that, you know, people say it's like they exist out of time and space type thing. But how does that work? That's always been my question, is how does that work if they weren't gods prior to? Because people can accept that there's alternate realities where, you know, technically if you play the Sauron story, there is alternate versions of us. So theoretically there should have been an alternate version of Cormyr or an alternate version of the other gods that didn't exist. I mean, how far does the alternate realities go? Does it stem across the universe? Because I know people say, well, they traveled from another area. Well, I mean, not to get Doctor Who, but, you know, space and time, it's like space is one trajectory. Time, or, I mean, a couple times they've gone into the other, like, alternate realities, but that's its own separate thing. Like, they could go across space and still be in an alternate, exist in an alternate timeline reality, whatever. I hope they have a long game story, and after this dragon story, we're gonna dig more into the myths and gods, and Abaddon will come back into play. Yeah, I would definitely be interested in it. I mean, it took all 5 gods to just chain them up, and they barely were able to do that, yet we're supposed to believe we killed him for good in that single mission in Guild Wars 1. I don't know, something about that seems off to me. Oh yeah, no, I mean, he's also the god of secrets, like, of the deep, of like the, which that's the other thing I'm hopeful with. We'll get maybe a little bit more flavor lore because we're going after the deep sea dragon, or dealing with, maybe not going after, who knows. But in a way, like I said, I always felt like the gods and the dragons were connected, and I'm wondering if, because Abaddon used to be, I think, the god of water as well before things got, because they always like shifted around their like things as well, their powers, which kind of leads to the whole transference into Cormyr type thing, I would imagine. But I wonder if Bubbles was like tied to him in some aspect. And even after all these years, there are still parts of him in Cormyr's realm. Yeah, she's a god, but she can't wipe that stuff away. Why? Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that too when you were talking about references. Yes, until they say specifically otherwise, I think there is more to his story. Yeah, exactly. Because I love how people say, well, they have said Abaddon, we killed Abaddon. It's like, yeah, and up until they talked about Hot, they talked about they talked about all, you know, there was no such thing as Mordramoth. It's like, they're not going to be like, oh, you said the magic, you mentioned Abaddon, you said the magic word, here you go. Like, do you think they just came up with Cantha recently? Or do you think they had that in the back of their mind of a place they wanted to go for quite some time, even when the joke was happening? It's like, come on.
Yo. Till then.
I mean, when everybody's making the joke about Cantha, there's usually like, oh, that is funny. We're actually going to go there after we, you know, kill more of the dragons that, you know, you don't know about yet. Like, no. They chuckle and laugh it off. Where do I want to go? Oh, that's right. Gonna check the...
The lotus seduced the Tenno, led them on a complacent path like oxen.
The history is written by the victors. Also, it was a single dev in a random interview that said they were done with him. He was dead. That might have been the case at the time, back when Guild Wars 1 was still getting development and Guild Wars 2 was still being made. But is it now? Yeah, true. And again, a single random dev with an offhand interview comment. Not definitive, sorry. They change such answers all the time. Yeah, I mean, they've definitely made it too tongue-in-cheek, like, especially to the point of, like, the one thing I criticized of, like, it, you know, my one worry was it felt like with the whole next expansion, it potentially felt like jumping the shark to me, in the sense of, and I talked about that on the podcast that I was on, you know, it's like, we're going to Cantha. It's like, they're really laying into the meme. They finally put fishing in, and like, all the stuff that was kind of like memed out of proportion type of thing. So it's like, in that case, you know, they have thrown these hints about, like you said, Abaddon all the time. I mean, what's to say they don't go to that at some point? Like you said, you know, history written by the victors. It's like, yeah, you can just go look at the interesting thing of go into the Black Citadel and how they talk about the events of Guild Wars 1 and the whole searing thing. It's definitely intriguing. Like, they definitely do a good job of showing. I think that's a good job of them showing straight out how it's like, you know, just because you're viewed as an enemy from the other side doesn't make you the enemy, or a villain, I guess. Yeah. That is true. They brought humans to Cantha first. Well, according to... Because at first they said Or, but as soon as Cantha was developed, then the Canthans said no, they were the first humans and everything migrated out from there. Yeah, and that honestly, I know it's horrible to say. It's like, that's what I'm interested in, is like, they said that this is the, you know, end of Dragons, which a lot of people are thinking just the end of that cycle or the cycle in general. So it's like, yeah, what's happening afterwards? Is there going to be a battle for power? Like, is this how the gods get created? Because I mean, the Char talk about they don't see the gods as gods, but they still believe in them as what is. I think they refer to them as gods or maybe deities of action or something like that, but not like spirits of action or something like that. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'm curious to see where all of it goes. Complete 3 mobile defenses.
And we're out.
Any here? Capture, 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 capture. Jeez. Wish you could search for missions. I mean, of all things, I brought Joker. Like, well,
This is a
For a
mobile
while.
defense mission. You must deliver payloads and
Who
defend
knows?
a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
So, the Corpus are just a cult, worshipping money.
You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors. Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
oh, what's the floaty dragon thing above my head? It's basically a robot. What do they call him in this game? Sentinel. But it's a worm. The worm prime and the attachments. I kind of made it look more like a dragon type thing
Still working on it.
with like the
Continue to
little
defend.
wings. Because the wings, like the little headpiece thing, or attachments. But basically, I have it set up to try to keep my shields up as much as possible, since this thing is predominantly, my friend's built to use shields as its resource for skills. So that blue bar at the top corner up there.
Area completed. Move on.
Is my the resource for my skills, but also what's keeping me my little red bar of health protected. So that's the thing with that's the kind of weakness with this frame, is there are some conditions that can bypass
Terminal spotted.
shield, so I gotta definitely make sure to keep those off.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Otherwise, I would probably go kaput fast. But I have a lot of skill. Like I have a lot of skills that basically generate shield. So it's very handy for the build.
My partners and I have been working on a new
But that's basically why I want that worm to
see.
my shields up, because otherwise I can't cast and nothing protecting me, which would be doubly bad. Basically, when it gets purple like that, my shield is basically like an overshield type thing, or think of it as just like, I think it's just called overshield, but yeah, just more shield for me.
Terminal hacked. Keep moving.
Yeah, I can definitely show you it, because yeah, that worm sentinel, it's a prime version, which just means slightly higher stats. Like,
Here is a terminal. Get me in.
think of it as
Get
like,
ready to defend.
especially with frames and everything, it's like Pokemon. Think of it as like a shiny. It doesn't necessarily give you much of an advantage,
This will take a moment.
but it's just that much better. Lore wise, it just means it's the closest version to its original creation. where the rest are like copies on copies on copies on copies.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
But yeah, like I was saying earlier, you know, I'm happy to see like Guild Wars 2 kind of, you know, getting praise and recognition. Like it seems like Towley's really enjoying it from what I've seen on Twitter. And I've seen a couple other people like tweeting like they're definitely enjoying going back to it or starting it or intrigued to start it. So, you know, I'm glad to see that there is a surge on it. Hopefully, you know, they can capitalize on it. Yeah. Which I guess is good. I mean, by the time they hopefully get through all the stuff that's there to offer, they will, you know, have the next expansion coming in. Oh, and I know you're into whiskey. I was talking earlier. Definitely this is one you can give a miss to. Rogue Spirits Dead Guy Whiskey. I had one glass of it. It like Hat said, the term I forgot because I haven't just really drank beer in quite some time. Tasted like a skunky beer. Like it tasted like a flat, light, old beer. Like it just smelled. And that smell carried through the taste. Like it just was not appealing.
Ordis has been counting.
If you have a chance to try it, hopefully you can try it at a bar where you can try like just a drink of it. That way you don't spend money on it. I mean, granted, everybody's taste buds are different. That's what came across on mine. Like, I don't know. I'm going to have to see if it can mix, like, it'll not carry that taste if I mix it into things. Just so I can get through it. But, hey, it just reminded me of, like, being in college, having the cheapest of the cheap, like, beer, like that, just like, ugh, taste. And I mean, it's a Oregon, I think it comes from Oregon beer distributor, because they do a Dead Guy Ale, which, I don't know, I've heard people like their ales. This made me not want to try any of their other stuff. But yeah, this is distilled in small batches from the same malts as the award-winning Dead Guy Ale. So, bitter, I don't know, it has that like weird aftertaste of like I said, beer that has sat out, and I think I don't know, like if you go into like a big frat house, like that would always party, like the beers would always get spilled, and it has that like musty malt, like dried out malt stuff that's just like linger around, like that smell that you can't get out. Smells and tastes like that. But yeah, it reminds me of light beer that just, I don't know, meh. I don't know why you would want to drink whiskey that reminds you of light beer. Because I've had other whiskeys that have based it off of the same malt, or even aged in like barrels and stuff like that, that were utilized by beer companies, and they tasted a lot better. But that, I mean, and people must be enjoy it and buy it, but yeah. But yeah, it doesn't have like a bitter taste. It's just that like skunky taste to it, just like it's just gone off, like it's just sat out too long. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you a worm. So yeah, and I think I have. So yeah, you can do other attachments to it and stuff like that. Let me. So I'll remove all the attachments, and this is basically what it looks like. Straight up. Yeah, this is the Worm Prime. But yeah, I made mine kind of look like that. But yeah, I basically designed mine so I could it'll help me remove status, which will help me cleanse that like couple status effects that go bleed, bypass shields and take out health, so he'll help me with that. Boosts, you know, my shields, which is handy because, you know, it allows me to have more stuff to cast. Its own shield capacity. Just health to keep it alive. Will try to heal me just in case I do lose some health from. And then nice vacuum helps pick up things. So, oh, thank you. And then you can always give them a type of weapon. Can't really see it on them, but they really don't do that much damage. Well, you can equip them to do that a good bit of damage, but I kind of just, I want to keep it alive as much as possible, so it keeps giving me shield, like potentially shields. Yeah, but I just, like I said, it doesn't make me want to try their beer. Yeah, here it's aged. Oh, ocean aged. Like, so I don't know if they push it out into the waters and in oak barrels for at least 2 years. Yeah, but yeah, kudos to them because yeah, they're a craft beer group. I mean, you know, at least they're trying things, but that's not my drink of choice. But yeah, I don't mind beer. I do craft beers, but that doesn't sound something I'd like either. Whiskey and beer are different for exactly. It's like, I don't know if you're trying to go after whiskey, like, I don't know. Maybe it's a good introductory whiskey. Like maybe if someone's coming from beers, I would maybe see if they like that, because it's giving them the same taste, and you know, it's a 40% or 80 proof, so maybe it's a good way to start to get them to used to. Now, though, my one worry, because I was always also thinking, like, I know one of my family members is a big beer drinker, and when Jack Daniels or something, they always think of Jack Daniels as like the go-to whiskey. I'm like, there's so much more out there. That might entice them, but my one worry would be they would actually pour a glass of it and potentially kill themselves over it. So I guess that would be my one thing of like, maybe you gauge the pour and not them, or that they would down it like a beer. Like, yeah. It definitely left me with that taste and aftertaste of like like malt, like that malt flavor, but or that barley flavor, I guess, is more for the beer. And let's do the Cuba Siphon, see if we can get a relic.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
I'm wondering if I'm going to come across the Cuba Braid or
Get
not.
me in and get ready to defend.
The difference with this one will be they're a little bit higher enemies, but
I'm in, Tenno.
as soon as you get so far into the story, there's something called Cuba missions where they're trying to siphon Cuba blood to basically for one of the factions to be more powerful. And you're basically destroying their things because they'll go to random missions like this one. We'll probably come across it. Normally I skip them just because nice thing about if you're just after relics and not Cuba blood resource, the relic and the relic chance is just for completing the mission and not actually even doing the Cuba portion of it.
Finished here. Move on. I need access to a terminal. Find one.
Yeah, the
and
best
patch
part
me
about
in.
this build that I'm playing on Hildren, who, like I said, and there would be
Those
the
are the Queen's braids.
Cuba Braid.
What are they up to?
Relax, child. You won't feel a thing.
So you have to
Promise.
knock out the weapon out of their hand to damage them. So the Cuba Braid's gonna point at a cloud.
Disgusting.
Gotta wait for it to do that.
Thoroughly unappetizing.
See, that's pointing. It is.
No. Protect the siphon.
Basically gotta do that 4 times. And the little diamond pattern at the top left there, that's how many times you can fail before it disappears. But it's pretty generous.
Another failure. If you don't want to serve your queen, you can always be served to her.
Okay, man, I'm gonna gonna lurk for a bit while I make some dinner. Ooh, probably back later. All right, yeah, like I said, I'm going to, try to stay on as much as possible. Can't make any guarantees with like how my back's feeling and stuff like that. But yeah, if I'm still on, look forward to your return. If not, have a good dinner. Coming from? Where is it coming from?
Hurry. Use your earthbender form to strike those Kuba clouds.
Attack us and we will counter.
That machine. It's using your energy to... This is bad. Destroy it.
Okay, come on. Come on. Oh,
The chamber simmers. The longer that dreamer thrashes about, the more
okay, we got it
Kuba
next time.
essence we collect.
If it comes the same way. There it is.
My
There we go.
siphon!
Oh,
I
ooh,
can't believe
what a lovely
how
number to
useless
get
you
for
all
Kuva.
are. Report your
666
execution at once.
Kuva blood.
You've destroyed the Queen's Kuba siphon. We can't allow any of these to survive. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Get off of that.
Last request, Tenno. Huh. Work out your tongue. Fine. Release the amalgams.
Still working on it. Continue to defend. Terminal hacked.
You know fire.
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. Looks
Well,
like heavy
No,
activity ahead.
no, yep. Okay.
I'm in, Tenno.
In the system, I can't even
This
stay
will take a
on.
moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Ooh, 2 nullifiers. No, you're not gonna take my skills.
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
I'll have to see what my Destiny Bungie name is. It's like Deo something. I just don't remember. Yeah, if you guys ever see me on there, more likely I'm playing through Stadia, but it has crossplay. Would like to stream more of that. I'd like to stream more in general. Like I said, sitting for extended periods of time. How long has it been? Alright, almost hitting it about the 2-hour mark. I was just like, can I still do the sorry? Damn. One more mobile defense, and we'll get the credit.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
Watch for security systems.
Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. I'm in,
Probably
Tenno.
could have did some of these as Steel Path missions, and I would have got credit. That would have been smart.
Still working on it. Continue to defend. We are finished here. Move on. Walkers incoming. I need access to a terminal. Find one and patch me in. Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Yeah.
Continue to defend. completed. Move on.
Up the stairs. Oop. Oh, it's a long way around. Ooh, nailed that one just in time. Ooh, your face.
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
And now, betrayers, for something completely different.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
There's the spawner. Trying to look for. Alright, sorry about that. Dogs are barking. Yeah, I almost forgot to do an email. I'm glad I hit escape so I can mute the thing, so. Yeah, 3 nice.
Nora sleeps
need to
better
do
knowing
some
her
catch up.
dreamers are out there, working to lift us up.
Because I want to get me. Form was nice. That baby. Anything good for the cred offerings? You can always get that. The one that looks like your operator.
That's all from me. Now you might be wondering if I'm holding back on y'all. Dreamers.
Yeah, I don't have an Interos one. I'll just stick with that. I get 10 finishers.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home.
Oh, whoops.
Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time.
Maybe I should do a higher mission.
You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
Whoop. No. Looking the other way. There. Go around. Ooh. Wrong button. Foolish me.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
There we go. Oh, thank you. Hey, Evac. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Evac Carmsy? How are you? Oh, not too much. Just trying to avoid, try to stay as long as I can with back pain and play some Warframe tonight. What are you up to?
Here are the holding cells. Search each one for the hostage.
Come on, where are you at? Just decided to take an easy night and do some Nightwave stuff since it rolled over.
I will not forget this, Tenno. Prisoner located. We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits, and don't leave the subject behind. Don't suppose you have an extra gun?
How long have you played Warframe generally? I think right around Plains of Eidolon?
I'm adding this to my data.
I forget when that was, to be honest. How long have you played for? You one of the infamous founders, maybe? Favorite game? It's, I mean, probably one of the ones I play more so. So I guess at the time, yeah. I guess favorite. So I like talking about Guild Wars 2. I mean, we were had a good conversation about that. I haven't really been playing it all that much, but you know, I've also been diving a little bit back into Destiny 2 since it's gone crossplay. By the way, maybe I can help you out with your Twitch designs. I mean, I'm currently good right now. I'm not really shopping around. I mean, I'm like maybe as soon as I get into more of a schedule, just because right now I have a pinched nerve, so I don't even know how often I get to stream and stuff like that. But maybe in the future, because I do have plans on redoing things. But yeah, I'm right now just trying to get back into at least where I can actually sit in front of the computer for longer periods of time, which I'm actually happy that I've kind of gone a little bit over 2 hours. I mean, I have squirmed a lot, but get those finishers. Probably a good one.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location.
The Grenier deteriorate over time. Is that what makes them violent?
He got pinned to the wall. There we go. Thought I had it where this has just been unlucky. Could be creating sand.
Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time.
There we go. Go pick the last 11. Where are you going?
My warframe is strong.
Oh, so it is. So close. All right. So where?
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
No, I didn't want to do that. Get up there.
reactive will be in one of these cells. Search them.
Trying to get it quick. Hey, first try. That's what I'm talking about.
Prisoner located. We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits, and don't leave the subject behind.
And the leave subject behind thing doesn't
None
matter
of the
as much,
scanners have
apparently.
detected you.
Give me a weapon and I'll watch your back.
What other Warframe can we play? I have not played him in quite some time. I gotta remember.
Operator, are you enjoying the view?
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location. As soon as you can. We don't have much time.
Like using my other guy's shield, I'm just like, oh, he's only like 450.
I'm detecting a large security force heading your way. It's the Grenier. You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Nope.
The captive will be in one of these cells.
Yeah,
Search
thanks
them.
for that.
I'm in your debt, Tenno. Let's go home.
Take that.
Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Come on!
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be take. You did it at the wrong time. Hey,
Things
we're
seem
rescues.
tough. Nora knows, but believe. Though it's going out of style, there are people working to make this system a better place. The steady blade, in certain hands, extracts a tithe of blood and pain. Let's check what's next.
Alright, sadly, I think that's gonna do it for me. I mean, been about 2.5 hours. Really starting to feel it in my back. I'm gonna probably try to stand up for a little bit, and if I'm still feeling good, maybe hop into the Discord afterwards. If not, might just lie down at this point, but off tomorrow. Might try to stream. I don't know. It's really up in the air with everything of this, but yeah, thank you everyone for coming out. You know, thank you 7-Bit for chit-chatting a little bit, and then going into lurk mode. Thank you Evac for hanging out.
I may require maintenance after all.
And also Hat for stopping in and chit-chatting as well. But yeah, hopefully, you know, maybe if I am able to stream more throughout the weeks, maybe work into some Destiny 2 stuff too. So that should be fun. But yeah, right now I've been kind of enjoying Destiny 2 and Warframe, and then everything else pretty casually. But yeah, you can always join our Discord. I mean, we talk about, everybody has their own favorite and flavor. I mean, Yours 2 is getting big pop at this point. I still like to talk about it. Not really playing it all that much, but yeah, you know, they're coming up with an expansion, so yeah, things are looking good for all the games in general. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.